Hi guys, I just wanted to make a short video for those of you who are in the UK about having your gallbladder removed. I went into hospital on Saturday morning with chronic pain in my stomach. I didn't know what it was. I'd had it previously the week before. It was really bad, and I didn't know how I was going to deal with it. It was one of the worst pains I've ever felt. My girlfriend insisted that we go to hospital. I said, oh, I've got to go to work, I've got to go to work. And she said, no, we're going to hospital. I got into hospital. The journey there was horrible. It was extremely painful. We got in there. I was seen very quickly because it was 7 o'clock, obviously, on a Saturday morning. I then was admitted into sort of the emergency ward, or the sort of like prepping area. I was given a load of codeine and a load of morphine, which generally sort of took the pain away from me, which was nice. I was then moved up to an emergency unit on the 6th floor of the main hospital in Oxford, where they then sort of assessed what the problem was. I couldn't exactly tell them where it was because the pain was sort of all over my stomach. And it was really hard to define, and I also kind of felt bad for them, like saying, you know, it doesn't hurt here, it hurts here, it doesn't hurt here, it hurts here. So they were initially thinking that it was a suspected appendicitis. So I was kept in there, and then in the afternoon, or sort of around lunchtime, they gave me an X-ray and an ultrasound, which didn't find anything. And my chest X-ray and abdominal X-rays were clear. So they kept me in overnight just to keep an eye on me, and then in the morning I spoke to a couple of surgeons. They then decided to go ahead with the CT scan, which I was extremely happy with, which you know, is a much better way of finding out what's actually going on with you internally than an ultrasound is, because the ultrasound it was just a black circle, and the doctor who was doing the ultrasound just said it's not, you know, there's nothing there, I can't see anything. And so I went ahead with the CT scan, and the doctor then came back to me and said, you have a suspected, or you have an inflamed gallbladder with gallstones inside, and it's inflamed. It's then starting to infect a little bit of my intestine and the lower part of my liver, as the gallbladder is like a bile duct. So I went ahead with the surgery, which he said was, you know, was a good idea. Either you have the surgery, and I said, well, you know, I mean, can I wait until the antibiotics have calmed down a bit, and then, you know, you can take it out then, so it's less painful? He said, well, would you want to wait until you get another attack in your stomach? And I said, well, no, not really. So I went ahead with the operation. I was on an emergency waiting list in the UK on the NHS for 24 hours. It was nil by mouth for 24 hours, which I don't recommend to anyone. Obviously, it's not eating or drinking, but they kept me hydrated with a series of antibiotics and a drip as well. So I didn't feel too bad. I just, you know, I was starving, obviously, as you would be. The following morning, at about 9 AM, they came and prepped me for theatre. I was under general anaesthetic, which, you know, I mean, worked instantly. I thought I was going to be able to hold out against this anaesthetic. Not a chance. I passed out after about 3 or 4 seconds, and then woke up in the recovery room. Which, you know, it hurt. Yeah, it hurt after the initial surgery, but, you know, they were very careful to make me feel much better. I was allowed to drink immediately afterwards, which was a real godsend, as you know, I hadn't drunk anything for almost 24 hours. But on the whole, you know, I was then returned back up to the ward. Kept in for another night, and then to see how I felt, they didn't discharge me the next day. This is the process that they use on the NHS. You know, I mean, people complained about it. They treated me extremely well. They looked after me extremely well. The nurses all the way through the night and stuff like that come and set your blood pressure and your oxygen levels in your blood. You know, they do an amazing job. I'd just like to thank all the people at the Radcliffe Hospital in Oxford for all that they did for me. And obviously not having to pay on the NHS, and, you know, just the just what they did was amazing. I just want to show you quickly the scars from this operation. They're not crazy bad, really. I've got one on the sort of upper, sort of middle part of my upper stomach. I then have another smaller one on the lower part of my stomach, and then two to the right of my stomach as well. My stomach feels a little bit bloated at the moment, as they used a lot of air to push in, to push the muscles away so they could actually operate effectively. But that's kind of something that kind of disappears, and they said that the oxygen would be absorbed by the body in a couple of days, in 48 hours, 72 hours. The stitches were done from the inside, so there was no like crazy padding or sort of plasters or anything all over me, which was great. I came out of hospital on Wednesday. It's now Friday. Sleeping was a little bit painful the first night, but it was much better last night. I slept through the night, and you know, it's just basically, you know, you just got to give it a bit of time really until you start to feel a lot better. This is just a video for anybody that's having it done on the NHS. You know, they were just really great to me. I just want to say again, you know, big thanks to everybody that helped me. You know, I mean, it's not a massive operation, but it's still a little bit scary, obviously. So it's October 2015. So if you're thinking about having it done, I think you probably should. But definitely see if you can have if there's nothing shows up on your ultrasound scan or your X-rays, then definitely have or see if you can have a CT scan, because it just gives a much better picture. So this is for anybody that's thinking about, you know, if it hurts, then do get it checked out, because it will just get worse and worse and worse. So thanks for watching, and I hope anybody who's having it is about to have it done will find this helpful. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.